So basically, do you remember when I told you that it was a snow day? Well, this is what I'm talking about. So we got this Mustang out here, right? She's ready, but she's got about That's 6 inches, right, fellas? That's about 6 inches of snow. These tires, this one's actually not that bad. That one's actually not that bad, but this one over here, sorry about the wind. This one over here is completely fucking blown out. So I'm gonna put some dollies in the rear. And then we have a, remember whenever I said, again, going back to the beginning of the video, remember when I said a Foxbody sized peg in a rectangle hole? Well, that's the rectangle hole. So I'm gonna have to devise a way. I gotta move this trailer, put some things on there. You remember whenever I said a rectangular hole? This is the other side of that. So I need to get well, not this. You get the Mustang right there, you know. I'm a little sweaty, you know. It's about 20 degrees outside. You know. But look what we got inside, fellas. We got the Fox. It's got a body like you wouldn't believe inside. It's about 20 degrees, I think. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't easy getting it in here, but it's in here. I'm not gonna have the brakes parts till tomorrow, so I'm gonna let it sit in here and defrost. And yeah.
The next day.
So it's time. I got brake pads, brake hoses, and 2 remanufactured calipers. Only the finest of O'Reilly's parts. So I'm going to jack the front end up and then jack stands and then take the wheels off, and then this might be rough. So I tried recording a time lapse, but I had the settings wrong and it was way too fast. Either way, if I'm able to use it, you'll see it. If I'm not able to use it, you won't see it. So, but I did get the, see, I can't tell if the light is going to help or not. So I got the new caliper on, both the new calipers on, but the lines, the hard lines on the car, they go up and through there, up and over, and off yonder. I got this towel to help me see if they're unclogged. There's a distribution block. Let's go down here. So I got the brakes pretty well good. Not good, but I'm letting them soak in kerosene. So hopefully I can unclog them. But in the meantime, we're going to attempt to put a throttle pedal in this son of a bitch. Yeah, no, so that's what I'm gonna, while that's soaking here, listen, it's really honestly a fucking, it's a pain to get in here. So we got some head bolts and head studs in here. I don't know if you can see down in there. Those are the brake parts. There, it should be kerosene. It smells like kerosene, at least. So while those are soaking, I'm going to, sorry for the light. Let me turn this light off, actually. While those are soaking, because those go right underneath the master. So while those are soaking, I'm going to mess with the brake situation. Or not the brake situation, the gas pedal. So sometimes, I don't know if you know this or not, vehicles, they have to go and then they must stop But if you want them to stop, they got to go first. Usually, if you want them to go, you got to give them gas. Got to give them some fucking, you know. Whoa, whoa. So, what we have here. This is a pedal from a 1989 Mustang. Wow. This is a electronic pedal assembly from a I don't know, Gen 3 something with an LS in it. I have a machete here, TMR machete. So I bent me up a piece of round stock. She fit real nice in there like that. See that son of a bitch? So I'm going to have to, you know, make some type of pedal. Monstrosity. So I guess I'll take it in the car. We'll go in the car here and shove this in there and just see what we see. I'm most likely going to have to get this back out. One of these, you know, sooner or later. Make some, oh shit, makes more bends. I have to get the welder out too. But, so that's what I'm going to do in the meantime. So, may want to angle her down a little bit. This door's not going to stay open. So whenever, you know, this is how you install, this is how you take a seat out in one of these. There you go. See, it's that simple. That easy to take a seat out in a Foxbody Mustang. There are actually, some people will tell you there's bolts holding those on. Those people are wrong. This is a mess. So pretty much, this looks like a crime scene. Oh my gosh. You know, that's actually, if you could see, oh my gosh, I'm going to flip a fucking fuse, dude. I'm going to start cursing. Everybody knows I don't curse. So there it is. This is very uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. I'm actually eating shit right now. This is severe. Oh, here. Look at that. Look. Grab all that shit and just throw it back there. Yeah. Restored. So, I mean, that could live right there. Really could. But how do I want to make that happen? You know? That's where I'm at right now. The conclusion that I've come up with is basically right beneath where this spring is at right here. You can't see, I don't think. Basically, the conclusion I've come up with is I'm going to drill a hole like directly underneath this hole right here. The size of the stock stud on the firewall. And I honestly think that if it's below this little piece of spring, like right there, I think I can just put it in there and then it'll kind of just be an issue of marking the other side. The other hole up, you know, for the other. I may have to. Basically, this back piece right here is purely an idea. It's a social construct. It's not real. Other than the parts that I need to be real. I'm going to go drill a hole and see what happens. I've come to the conclusion that we're going to need to remove one of the studs. One of the studs being, you can't see it, but that one right there needs to be gone. So, I don't know if you guys are new, but metal, you know, if you want to take it apart, you either got to unbolt it, cut it, grind it, or beat it till it tears. And I'm not doing that, so I guess I'm gonna grind it if I can even get this grinder in there. I'll return shortly. Hopefully after this is done. I don't want to do this. So I got the Chevy gas pedal bolted in this son of a bitch. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Whenever you don't use the wrong drill. It doesn't look the greatest, like on video, I guess. But that's it right there, dude. That's the Chevy. And it's in there straight, I swear. This is loose. So it makes it look like it's not, but it's in there straight. I can't tell. Yeah, that's not. Okay. No matter what I do, it looks like shit, so. But nah, and then tomorrow I'll come down here and we'll fashion away, which that's way too long. It'll have to be like, you know, like that, but I'll get it to work. And then I got, I have the brake parts soaking in kerosene. So hopefully those are unclogged, and then I'll hook all the brake lines up, dump fluid in it, and see what she does, and then try and weld that on. Hopefully get the fuel pump wired. I have an Edelbrock fuel pump on the bottom of the car, inline fuel pump, that it just has a positive and a negative wire on it, and I've just been using a jump box to get it to work. So we're gonna wire that to where it comes on with the key, and then once that happens, once I get the brakes braking, once I get the brakes broken, basically. Once I get the brakes put together and it like somewhat working, gas pedal, and then all I need to get is a shift cable, which should be relatively easily. Rear tires, and then I should be able to drive it, NA. But I do have a turbo over there. You can't see it because it's wide angle, but I do have a turbo over there for it, and that'll go on this side. Through there. I have a hole cut for it. I've already mocked the turbo up, but I made a hot side for it and I warped it. So I'm gonna make a new hot side with some Schedule 10, and I butchered the old one just to get some exhaust on it. But it's a rough car, but you know, I'm just trying to have some fun. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and hopefully get some more stuff done to it. Well, here we are. We're back. It's the next day. So I've had my parts soaking in kerosene, the brake parts. So I guess let me see if those will unclog. You know, hear fucking water, dude. You hear that? Never mind, I don't think there's any water. And then I got the Chevrolet gas pedal up in here. The electronic assembly up in there. And so now I just got to now I just need to weld the pedal in there. And then try and hook the brakes up, and then, you know, I drank last night. About 9 White Claws. So, I'm feeling pretty good. So I guess I'm gonna get started. I'm probably not gonna record me unclogging brake lines. So I'll come back in a little bit. Carvel. I got the brake lines. I don't know why I switched. I got these two unclogged. I got this I got it unclogged, and then this line for the driver's side, I got it unclogged. So now we're pretty much just at the point where we have to deal with the master cylinder. That should come out, shouldn't it? That piece in there. I wonder how to get that out. Some pliers? Maybe some needle nose vice. No, that's not gonna work. How can I get that out, I wonder? Is that just like a float? I think I'm just gonna send it. Even though I shouldn't, probably. I think I'm just gonna send it. Since I know that the lines are good, well, they're, you know, they're not clogged. I don't know if they're good. I guess I'm just gonna hook the lines up and pour some brake fluid in it. See what happens. So let me do that. Probably not gonna video it because it's not interesting. It's just brake lines. So I will probably video me doing the pedal. I left the light on. I will probably do video me doing that pedal because it's kind of, it's not the most interesting, but it's all I got for right now. So let me do these brake lines. Careful. It's the next day. I was very drunk. No, I wasn't drunk, but I drank the night before. So I didn't feel great yesterday, but I got her fucking dialed. Not really dialed, but I got the calipers and lines run. And this was a pain in the ass. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this line right here, for fucking some reason, I couldn't get the motherfucker started. The threads were messed up at first, but I cleaned the threads up and then I still couldn't get it started. So me and that thing had words. Stupid fucking cunt, fucking whore, faggot, bitch, fucking cunt, motherfucking bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Either way, you can kind of see it. It's all just stock stuff. And then I got this side on. Brake line. But today, I didn't really record any of it because I was just screaming at brake lines. It was not interesting to watch. I mean, I was literally just screwing brake lines in. So, it wasn't worth watching. But, tonight, I have a Chevy gas pedal assembly. And then a Mustang factory pedal. It's a little, I think the angle is going to work in the car. I bolted it in and I sat in it and I made sure it goes full throttle and everything. But the angle that it's at is pretty much kind of where it has to be. This this bottom, I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. This bottom right here is touching the carpet. And this is touching this. So there is no gap between this and the carpet while it's at full throttle. So I can't really move it back anymore. So, and then I got just a tack on it, which I don't think it's going to focus. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, now I'm going to reinforce this son of a bitch. I'm gonna reinforce it. I forgot my fucking POV camera mount, or else we'd be fucking... Y'all would be seeing it from a new point of view, you know? So I bent this rod with the machete. the old machete. I bent this rod, like while it was still, its full length. So I need to cut it and trim it to get it to go in there. But it should, yeah, it should be the other way. I'm gonna have to trim some of it, which honestly, it kind of goes in there. But let me trim it. And oh, you can't even see. Let me trim it, and then I'll show you whenever I've welded something or something, you know. I forgot my POV mount, so fuck it. You know, we're doing fuck. So, I got this piece fitting okay-ish. This rod, which it's... Oh my gosh! There's a shadow, you can't see. Fuck. Okay, here we go. This rod right here that I bent and cut. You know, oh my gosh. She slips in like that. And now, so there is a gap, a reasonably big gap up right here. Right in there. So what I am going to try and do is I have this marked, that line right there. I'm going to try and put a wee bit of a bead on it. I'm going me and this little blue line are getting a little personal, you know. Hopefully it'll, if I can stack a little bit on it, then I won't have as big of a gap to fill on this. So I guess I'm gonna go do that. We're back, and it kind of worked. Hopefully this camera is gonna be able to focus on this. I don't know if it will be. Not really, but you can see I added a snail on the end of her, you know. And whenever I put her in here, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's not focused, I don't think, and I can't tell if it is. But it should be a lot easier to tack and weld in now, so I guess I'm gonna go tack it and weld it and see what happens. So here we go. I got it all welded up. You see, well, all welded up. I'm not gonna do that much, but what's going on? Oh man, it really didn't want to focus. Well, you can't see it, but it's welded. It's good, it's solid. It's not like all the way welded. I kind of just have it like in there. But it's definitely solid. Dude, I was welding this sumbitch, dude, and I forgot to grind all the paint off it. I got a few hits. They were strong, dude. I went straight up. Oh man, I think I may throw up. Oh my gosh. Tasted like fucking what I assume paint smells like when you burn it. I'm gonna wire this fuel pump, so see you in a second. Fucking whatever.